The highlights. La Soda joins forces to champion inclusive education for people with disabilities. NACON airlifts 20,500 Nigerian pilgrims to Saudi Arabia in 1 week. And foreign Israeli military announces major offensive aimed at defeating Hamas, securing freedom of hostages in Gaza. And in sports, National Sports Festival champions Delta hit Ogun State with large contingent with hope of defending title. And now the details. I am Mike James. The Lagos State Office for Disability Affairs, LASODA, and the Lagos State Agency for Mass Education, LAGAMI, have announced a collaborative partnership focused on enhancing educational opportunities for people with disabilities, PWDs, across the state, in a significant move towards fostering a more inclusive and equitable society. The alliance is designed to strengthen the Lagos State government's commitment to prioritize the needs of individuals with disabilities, ensuring they can achieve their full potential, develop a strong sense of self-worth, and actively contribute to the socio-economic fabric of Lagos. The formalization of the partnership followed a recent high-level meeting between the General Manager of LASODA, Adenike Oyetunde Lawal, and the Director of LAGAMI, Oluwakemi Kalesonwo. This meeting served as a pivotal step in strategizing and mobilizing stakeholders to place inclusive education and effective training programs for PWDs at the forefront of educational priorities within Lagos State. The discussion underscored the importance of a unified approach to break down barriers and create pathways for PWDs to access quality education and skills development. Oyetunde Lawal articulated LASODA's unwavering dedication to improving the lives of PWDs, emphasizing the transformative power of education in equipping them with essential skills and fostering personal growth. She highlighted that access to quality education is not merely an opportunity, but a fundamental right that can lead to gainful employment, thereby increasing independence and overall well-being for individuals with disabilities. Responding to LASODA's concerns and proposals, Kalesonwo affirms LAGAMI's commitment to collaborate in addressing the educational needs of PWDs. She assured that LAGAMI is ready, engaged in efforts to ensure the inclusion of individuals with disabilities in their various programs. The Lagos government, through the Office of Sustainable Development Goals, has empowered 1,200 women across 5 divisions of the state in financial literacy training. This is part of efforts to reach 10% of Lagosians who live in significantly underserved and had to reach communities to reduce poverty and make women financially independent. Special advisor to the governor on Sustainable Development Goals, Oluwafini Fini, gave the hint while reeling out the activities and achievements of the office at the ministerial press briefing to mark the second year of the second term of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu's administration in office. Fini noted that out of the 17 development goals, Lagos State government has prioritized 10, including no poverty, quality education, clean water and sanitation, affordable clean energy, decent work and economic growth, industry, innovation and infrastructure, responsible consumption, climate action, pace and justice, as well as partnership for the goals and aims to achieve its targets before year 2030. While noting that over 4,000 sanitary pads were distributed to girls in Lagos public schools to end period poverty, the special advisor appealed to other private organizations and non-governmental organizations to partner the state government in ending period poverty among the vulnerable people to reduce out-of-school girls during their monthly flow.
For Lagos State, we have been recognized in our efforts for sustainability, and based on our feedback, we can conclude that Lagos has demonstrated serious intent to proactively tread sustainability into all its operations. Lagos has been awarded a gold status for having successfully assessed 17 of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. This review is a globally relevant review of the existing sustainability practices of Lagos State to determine the level of outcomes for all relevant SDGs in collaboration with other MDAs. Lagos is the first state in Nigeria to embark on such a process and achieve such a rating.
Fini stated that 650 underserved communities have been identified across 20 local government areas with a population of over 800,000 of 15 years of age, over 300,000 of 5 years, 70,000 and 59 1 year, and over 80,000 pregnant women, with the establishment of centers in 9 local government areas of the state. Our correspondent Adiola Akindele reports that the special advisor said the state is striving towards being a model for development in Africa, leveraging collaborations with international partners with robust values and evaluations, enhancing the quality of living of Lagosians with key focus on the vulnerable segments. In line with the scheduled maintenance work on Marine Bridge by the Federal Ministry of Works, the Lagos State Government has released a traffic management plan which will commence on Sunday 18th of May to Sunday 8th of June. Commissioner for Transportation Oluwaseun Oshiemi in a statement said to minimize traffic disruption, the maintenance work will be carried out in 2 phases. Oshiemi said phase 1 will span from the foot of Marine Bridge, Lawani Oguntayo Road inbound Apapa Castaigne, while phase 2 will cover Ijora Badia and Lily Pond access ramp inbound Apapa. During the maintenance period, motorists inbound Apapa from Ijora Lokwa are to use Ijora Causeway access ramp by Omni Retail Company and continue their journey. Those heading to Apapa from Castaigne will be diverted into a contraflow on the lane inbound Castaigne. In the same vein, from 2nd to 8th of June, motorists from Ijora Lokma going to Apapa will be diverted through Ijora Causeway access ramp by Omni Retail Company into Lily Pond Access Road to continue their journeys. The bridge will be fully reopened to traffic on Monday, 9th of June. And now to the rest of the stories. The National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NACON, says it has transported 20,515 Nigerian pilgrims to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia for the 2025 Hajj in 1 week. NACON made this known in a statement stating that Vice President Kashim Shettima had on May 9 declared the inaugural flight open in Owerri, Imo. NACON's Principal Information Officer, Shafil Mohammed, while providing an update on the ongoing 2025 Hajj airlift operations, said that within 6 days, 50 flights have successfully conveyed the Nigerian pilgrims to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. He said the Commission would regularly update the public on the progress made on the exercise. NACON is a government agency that regulates and coordinates Hajj and Umrah activities for Nigerian Muslims to ensure a smoother and more efficient pilgrimage experience. The Sokoto State Government has reaffirmed its unwavering commitment to curbing the sale and consumption of liquor and other intoxicating substances within the state. Governor Hamid Aliyu made this declaration during the inauguration ceremony of the newly reconstructed Shagari Jumuat Mosque. He cited recent operations by the Sokoto State Hizbah Board, including the seizure of destruction of large quantities of alcohol, as clear evidence of the administration's resolve to uphold public morality. Aliyu emphasized that while the Hizbah Corps will sustain its operations, it must do so within the confines of the law and with full respect for human rights. The governor also called for greater public cooperation with the Hizbah Board to enable it to carry out its mandate effectively and professionally. In some foreign news, Israel's military has announced the launch of a major offensive aimed at defeating Hamas and securing the freedom of remaining hostages in Gaza. The Israeli Defense Forces said on its Hebrew X account that it had mobilized troops for Operation Gideon's Chariots to seize strategic areas of the Strip. Hamas-run civil defense and health ministry officials say Israeli attacks have killed around 250 people since Thursday. The United States President Donald Trump said on Friday that a lot of people were starving in Gaza. United Nations Human Rights Chief Volker Turk has warned that Israel's recent escalation could be considered a breach of international law. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio said the U.S. was troubled by the situation. Meanwhile, the Israeli government has repeatedly rejected claims that there is a food shortage in Gaza. And over to sports news. Reigning champions of the National Sports Festival, Delta State, are hitting Ogun State with a large contingent of 1,100 athletes and officials as they hope to defend their title at the Gateway Games. The contingent consists of 704 athletes, 160 technical officials, 16 officiating officials, and 220 accompanying personnel. Addressing the contingent before departure, Chairman of the Delta State Sports Commission, Honorade Obori, urged the athletes and officials to uphold the values of discipline, unity, and excellence as they represent the state. Delta State hosted the last edition of the Sports Festival in 2022 and has won the last 4 editions. That was our news at 12. Just before we go, carry out proper and adequate checks on your vehicles before setting out. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X, formerly Twitter, Lagos Traffic 961, Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Watch us live on Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, and on YouTube. Subscribe and watch all our previous programs and news on our channel, Traffic Radio 961. Did you know that the Sanwo-Olu administration empowered over 1,000 residents at the third phase of the Mega Empowerment Program? Well, you can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. And to end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. The Lagos State Office for Disability Affairs, LASODA, and the Lagos State Agency for Mass Education have announced a collaborative partnership focused on enhancing educational opportunities for people with disabilities, PWDs, across the state, in a significant move towards fostering a more inclusive and equitable society. The National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NACAN, said it has transported 20,550 Nigerian pilgrims to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia for the 2025 Hajj in 1 week. We also told you that Israel's military has announced the launch of a major offensive aimed at defeating Hamas and securing the freedom of remaining hostages in Gaza. And in sports, reigning champions of the National Sports Festival, Delta State, are hitting Ogun State with a large contingent of 1,100 athletes and officials as they hope to defend their title at the Gateway Games. And for contact with the newsroom, send a message to Lagos Traffic Radio at lagosstate.gov.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Kayode Mafalashiri. Thank you for listening. My name is Mike James. Good afternoon.